Hey everybody, welcome to the recap. And because of a recent controversy, I want to start off with a little weekly recap editorial, so to speak. Here you go.
Well, as you know, the recap is no stranger to controversy. But we were surprised that last week's recommendation of Mickey Mouse Oreos would trigger a firestorm of controversy. What happened was this. One of our viewers, in fact it was Billy, wrote to say that Oreos are manufactured in Mexico and that we should only eat cookies that are made in the United States. Well, I checked, and as a matter of fact, Billy is right. Oreos are manufactured in Mexico, although it's by an American company that happens to be headquartered in Illinois. So I thought about Billy's suggestion, and I said to myself, well, first off, Hydrox cookies are no substitute for Oreos. They just don't even come close. And then I realized how much stuff we have that comes from other places. I mean, your electronics are from Japan and Korea and China. Cars are from all over the place. And even American-made cars, a lot of the parts in them are from Mexico and Canada and the like. So I thought about it, and I decided on what will be the weekly recaps editorial posture on this subject. And that's this: cookies don't belong in politics, and politics don't belong in cookies. Sorry, Billy, I'm not going to check country of origin on my favorite snacks, and Oreos are way up there. Remember, Mickey Mouse Oreos, Mickey's 90th birthday is coming up, and coming up soon. Go get them.
Yeah, so that's our position. We're sticking to it. We're just not going to introduce politics into cookie or snack selection, for that matter. Now, for those of you who don't follow the Mets, let me give you a little bit of background. The Mets are owned and have been owned for a number of years by the Wilpon family. And their general manager, up until recently, was a really good guy named Sandy Alderson. Unfortunately, Sandy Alderson is really sick, and he had to step down as general manager for the Mets. And what I'm going to present now is going to explain to you why the Wilpon family is a group that never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Here you go. Well, you've been watching the Mets this week, the Mets news. They named a new general manager, a guy named Brodie Van Wagenen. Brodie Van Wagenen happens to be an agent, or was an agent, with Creative Arts Agency until a few days ago. In fact, he represented 7 Mets players, including Brandon Nimmo, Michael Conforto, Jacob deGrom, and so on. Does he have any front office experience? None. Anything involved with farm systems, player development, or even these pointy-headed statistics guys? No, he's none of that. He was an agent. So obviously what the Wilpons are thinking is, we got to get somebody who knows how to negotiate contracts. You know, they look back on their deals with Oliver Perez, Jason Bay, Yoenis Cespedes, and the great contract with Bobby Bonilla, and they're saying, okay, we got to do better. So they get a guy who is on the other side of the field, so to speak, and they bring him in to run the front office. Now, they passed up opportunities to sign a guy like Shane Bloom, a general manager down at Tampa Bay. And plus, there are a ton of guys in the major leagues who know how to do this, how to recognize talent. But the Wilpons, let's face it, they're the worst owners in baseball. Now, the thing you can bet is that this Van Wagenen is not going to be around very long, but I'm afraid, Mets fans, we got a few more years of agony to go through. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they succeed. I hope he's fabulously successful, but I don't think so. Well, the reality is the Wilpons think their most important issue is contracts. And actually, as a Met fan, I'd say the most important issue is that the guys they're running out in the field every day just aren't that good. The best way to save money and to get really good talent is to develop it in-house, in your farm system, bring it along, train it, and you're going to have a winner team. But let's see what this guy Van Wagenen can do. Well, following the Jets and the Giants this year has been nothing but disappointment. Luckily, my grandsons, Tim and Matt, have had a great football season. Here are a couple of highlights. Yeah, that kind of saved an entire season for me. So anyway, that's the news from Vero Beach this week. Well, except one thing, I joined the American Legion post down here in Vero Beach. Now, I had to join it as a son of the American Legion, a SAL, because under Legion rules, you can't be a Legionnaire in two posts. And I'm not about to abandon my membership in Post 1456 in the Bronx. So, brand new SAL, never been one before. Now, for the week coming up, I'm thinking about getting a haircut. And what I'm going to promise you is that you will have complete coverage, because what I'm going to do, I think, is change barbershops. But we'll see. I got some time to work on that. And then next week, Kathleen, Paul Jordan, and Mary Kate are coming down here. So this should be a great week coming up. I hope all of you have a really good weekend, and take care. See you next week.